Welcome everybody. Today we are going to visit the Fluxedita website. We are going to register as a user. We will then begin the installation procedure of our Fluxedita premium package. Let us begin by visiting our browser, and we would like to visit the Fluxedita website. Now Fluxedita offer a variety of packages. If we go to their products page, we will see they have the landing page package, the root page package, the multi-page package, and the premium package we're going to be purchasing today. If we click on the View Map button here, for example, and I will click Proceed to Payment, before you can actually purchase the Fluxedita website package, you must actually create an account for Fluxedita. This way, you will have direct access to your member portal. Once your account is created, you can send apart tickets, access download updates, etc. So if we simply click on Create a new account first, and we will create our account. Once you've entered your email and your password, we can click Create Account. Please use a genuine email, as you will have to verify your email through this account. And you see now there, sign up was successful, and we must visit our email in order to verify. So I might as well close this window. And we will go back to our emails, and there is our confirmation link. And I will confirm my email. Now you will see the importance of creating a Fluxedita account first. If we go to our account page here, we will see we have all of our standard profile settings that we can fill in. We'll see we have access to premium support packages. And if we go to our downloads here, and we go to downloads, we will see we don't have any active entitlements as yet because we haven't purchased our package. Okay, we will just quickly head back to account. All new users, 5 free support tickets when they purchase a package. And they can always upgrade their support packages should they require further assistance, etc. In our billing here, we can see and manage our current billing status, and if we were to go to manage billing right now, we will see I have not purchased anything as yet, so we will go back to Fluxedita. So we will head on over to the pricing page, and once again, I'm going to say I want the premium package, and I'm going to click on Proceed to Payment. And you will see now it has given me access to the Fluxedita premium page package because I am a member and I have a member portal to access my downloads. Here you can complete your purchase with your chosen payment method. And once you have done that, we can go back to our accounts page. And I'm going to refresh the page so that our changes will have the chance to take effect. And if I go back up to my account now, and if I go to my downloads, and I now visit my downloads page, and you will see now I have been granted access to the premium package. And if I go with the very latest download here, I will simply click on download. And in most cases, this will be in your default downloads folder. And you will notice it is actually inside a zip compressed file here. So we must right click on that and go down to extract all.
We will click on extract.
And you will notice by close the default window that opens, it is download to the same directory where your zip compressed folder was here. And if we go inside the new folder that's been unzipped or decompressed, we will see there is our folder. So if we click on that now, we're going to take that out of the internal folder. We do not want it in a subfolder. So I'm simply going to take mine from the downloads folder, put it on the desktop. If we right click and go cut, I'm going to go to my desktop, and I'm going to right-click and paste it there. If I visit my desktop, we can see there is the folder. And if we go inside that folder, there are no subfolders. We get immediate access to the directory. Now we need to open a code editor. I am going to use VS Code, Microsoft's free code editor. We can close any pop-ups that open by default. We do not need them in the scope of this installation. If we click on our twin pages here to view our Explorer, and then we can open the folder. In my case, it was on the desktop. Yours could be anywhere on your system or an external drive. I'm going to select my premium package there and select that folder. Now the system knows the folder we are working on, and all the files are available here on the left-hand side. The first thing we are going to do is open a terminal. Up here at the top, Terminal, New Terminal. And now we need to build out our Fluxedita premium package, as you have got a very trimmed down version here. So if we just click into the terminal and we type npm install, and this will now fully install all of the nodes and modules that the Fluxedita package uses by default. And that's our Fluxedita package successfully installed. We can ignore the low vulnerability warning there. That's just about a version of one of the packages. All of the contents now become available in the left-hand window here, and if I click on one of the files, we will see them on the right-hand side here. And if we start by clicking on the EMV example file here, you will see an example of the keys, some of which you will be using today. So the first thing we would like to do, so at the top here, if we go to File, we say New File, and we're simply going to type .env.local. Press Enter, and then it will ask you to save the file. We do not want to change the directory. We will adjust the name env.local, and we will click Create File. And you will see now we have our EMV example there and our EMV local there. So if we go inside our EMV example, if we click inside the window and do Control A for Alpha, and then Control C for Charlie, we can now go to our EMV file we just created, and we can do Control V for it. And that will give our paste command. We will notice we have a white circle dot here. If we do Control S for Sierra, that is now saved. In order to tell the application that we own the application and it belongs to us, we would like to connect our own Supabase, our own Cloudinary if indeed you are using Cloudinary, our own Gmail app if you are using Gmail for your confirmation emails and for your contact forms, etc. However, what is essential, you must complete the Supabase as we need a remote database in order to host our persistent changes. So if we head back over to our browser and we will create our Supabase project. Now that we are back in our browser, let's quickly just have a look inside our Fluxedita account now.
And you will notice
We now have 5 free support tickets which we can use. So let's go and create our Supabase project, and we're going to create a new project. This is where you will give your database project a suitable name, a strong password, and choose your region. And then once you've entered your details, simply click Create New Project. And here we now have our brand new Supabase project with the name that we have just given. We will notice it is completely empty at this stage. All we would require from Supabase now is the actual address and credentials so that our project can connect to this project. If we head over to the left here, down to Project Settings, if we move away, a new menu opens on the left here, and we click on Data API. Here we can find our project URL. If we copy that, and then we go back to our VS Code, and this is the first piece of information we can put in here for our Supabase project, the URL. So I'm going to Control V Victor to paste that in there, and now I'm going to get my anon and my service role key. So back to Supabase, and here on the same page where we received our URL, over to the left we will see our API keys. Here is our anon key. If we head over here and press copy, we'll paste that just after the equals. Control V again, then I will copy my service role key back to VS Code, paste that to the right of the equals, Control V. Now these keys are secret, you shouldn't share them with anyone. They are only for demonstration on this occasion, and your EMV local file does not get pushed to any remote services. This is purely confidential and local to you, or for you to add later into your deployment. If you are going to be using the remote Cloudinary media library, this is where we can head over to our Cloudinary, and I'm just on my home page here. You'll see there is your cloud name, and over on the left, down at the bottom, Settings. Here you can see your API keys, and here you can create your upload preset setting. We head back over to our VS Code. If you are using Cloudinary, you can simply fill out your details as outlined in our installation video, and this is a good example of what they would look like for you. And for your Gmail app password, if you visit your Gmail in the browser and you use the link supplied here by Fluxedita, if you simply copy this link here, Control C, this link in the browser that you are logged in with your Gmail, you will be able to create a 16-digit app password, which is unique to the application, not your main Gmail app password. Once you have completed this and you have your 16-digit password, if you come back into your emb.local file here, to the right of the equal symbol, you can paste yours into there as I have done here. And we will Control S to save once again. While we are working on our out password, we need to tell the whole application, once again, which Gmail account we're going to be using for this application. If we were to go to the configure contact form, once again, this is all clearly explained in here. If we simply go to edit in our file menu up here, and we click on replace in all files, our keywords here are example@example.com. If you replace this with the email you wish the application to use for all correspondence, you'll see we can do all of this work in one clean sweep here. If we click on the replace all icon here to the right, you'll see 34 occurrences across 21 files on this occasion. We click replace, so we can close our configure contact Gmail there, and we're back to our Amly local. So now we have given our Gmail app password, and we have told the application which Gmail account should receive all correspondence. Now we are going to populate our Supabase with all of our tables and all of our hour list policies, media set policies, etc. If we hover over here to the left, we will see our Supabase folder here. If we click on that to expand the folder, we will see the contents here. And today we will be installing Supabase first init script. If we click on that, and if we click in the window on the right hand side, once again, Control Alpha, Control C, Control Charlie, and that's selected all and copy it, and we will go back to our Supabase. We're still on our API page here, and if we move over to the left here, we can expand the main menu and click on our SQL editor. Now we will run several scripts here today. If we click on the plus symbol here and click create new snippet, the window opens on the right here, and we can click into that window and Control V for Victor to paste our first init script, and we click on run to run this script. And yes, we would like to run the query. And we get success no rows return. Let us go back to our VS Code editor.
And the second script.
What we're going to run is our message and system setup. Once again, this allows all of the messages for your users and your admin to talk to each other. So if we click into the right hand side here, Control A once again, Control C once again to our Supabase, and we're going to click on little plus symbol once again, create new snippet, to the window, Control V for Victor, and run once again, run the query. Excellent, success no rows returned. So back to our VS Code editor for our next script. And the third script we're going to run is our combined hour list policies. What defines all of the roles inside our application, our public access roles, basic members, premium members, admin, edit, policies, everything's included. It's totally comprehensive. Control Air, Control C, back to our Supabase in the browser, and we'll click on the plus symbol once again, create new snippet, click into there, Control B for Victor, and we will run the query once again. Excellent. Now if we head back over to the left here, click on our project overview, we will see so far we have 20 tables. And if we click on our table editor over here on the left, we can actually view all of the tables we've created, but we haven't got any profiles yet. We haven't created a user. So our first user we would like to create within Supabase itself. So if we hover over to the left once again and we go to authentication, this is where we can create our first global admin user. Up here on the right, we're going to click Add User, and I'm going to create new user. I'm going to create the user with the same email address that I've been using in my application. And once you've entered your email address and secure password, we will leave auto-confirm user checked, and we will create our user. Now we have created our user. They've been given a unique user ID. If we hover over this here, as we'll be using that shortly, and we right-click, copy the user ID. If we head back over to our table here, we will see now in our profiles page, we have our user. And if we keep going over to the right here, we will see they have a membership type that is basic and a user role. We would like them to have a premium membership type. We would like the role to be admin and the membership type to be premium. So if we head back over to our VS Code, and over on our left again, we have another script called promote to admin here. We click on this. You'll see 3 lines here. If we replace the user ID contained there with the user ID that we've just copied for our new user, and we paste that in its place, and now we will select those 3 lines, Control C once again, back to our Supabase, and we're going to revisit the SQL editor here. Click on the plus symbol, create new snippet, click in the window, Ctrl V, and we're going to give the user we've just created the role of admin and the membership type of premium. If we run that now, excellent success, no rows returned. And if we head back over to our tables now, and when we refresh the page, which is often necessary, and we head back over on our row here, we will see we have a membership there of premium, and we have a role of admin. So back to our VS Code editor, and now within the Supabase folder, we have another subfolder called migrations. If we would click on that, and here we would like to install the admin messages notification system. So if we click on this little script here, and once again on the right hand side, Control A, Control C to copy back to our Supabase, back to our SQL editor over here, click into the window, Control V, and we'll run that once again. And now we have installed our admin messaging system. If we head back over to our VS Code editor, the final script we're going to run is update user metadata. Now this is using the actual email. If you actually replace this with user Gmail account that you're using here, as I have done, and we select those 3 lines, Control C, back to our Supabase, and we'll paste that in there, and then run this script. And excellent, we can head back over to our VS Code. We can close the scripts, we don't need them right now. So we've added our Supabase credentials to our AMV, and we have given our Supabase all of its powers. We have connected our Cloudinary remote media library if we are using it. We have added our Gmail app password for this application, and updated the email throughout the whole application. And if we want to make any changes at this stage to our header and footer, we could simply go to components there, click on our footer or our header, and we can see inside here we can change our example just be used for. As you will see in a little while when we have pushed these to our remote server, this is how we can actually very quickly and easily adjust these links, etc. Here you will see all of the links. We will not adjust them today, so we can close this for now. What we would like to do now is send all of our files to our remote GitHub so that we can deploy them to Pacel. If indeed we are doing it this way, you do not have to use GitHub, you do not have to use a sub. In your directory now, you've got a fully deployable Next.js application. We use GitHub and Pacel predominantly throughout. This is not essential. You can use any remote service providers that you wish to use. That's the part next.js. So back over to our browser. Now I am going to go to my repository, going to click create new, and if you give your project a suitable name and description as I have here, we can leave everything as default for now, but you can certainly make this a private repository at this stage if you wish, and I will simply create repository. Now I have a remote directory on the internet that is going to allow me to push my files to so that I can deploy them to my facility. So the very first line here that GitHub has provided for you has included your package name. If we triple click on that and Control C to copy back to our VS Code, now we need to open a terminal window in order to push these files to GitHub. So at the top here, you can click on terminal, click on new terminal, and then you can click into the window here, and the contents we've just copied from Gitter, we can paste, Control V, and we can enter that. Then we can go back to our GitHub, and we're going to copy the next line. It's in it. That's 12 VS Code. Paste that in there once again, and enter. And we've now initialized our repository with our directory here, and you can see all of our files that will be going have gone green. We can head back to our GitHub, and we're going to add the supplied readme now by Git. Triple click Control C, back to VS Code. And we're going to Control V, paste that into there, and press enter. Now we're going to add our own command here now again, which is git space add-editable space full stop, and then press enter. Because we're telling Git to also add all of our files here on the left. We'll go back to Git in the browser, copy our fourth line here, Control C, back to our VS Code, Control V to paste, and enter. And you'll see now all of our files that were getting pushed have gone from green to white. So back to our Git in the browser, and we're going to say we want to branch this with our main branch back to VS Code, paste that in there once again, and enter, and then back to our Git. And we're going to say we want to add it to our remote origin, which is the name we have given here. You see, Control C once again, back to our VS Code, and we'll paste that in there and press enter. And that's it for the final time. Double click and we will say push to our origin main now, back to VS Code. And we will paste that in there, Control B. Now Women Presenter will be asked for authorization. If you've never been here before, add new account here, and you will be shown the GitHub authorization window. And then once you've done that, you will be able to select your account and then click Continue. All of your files will be pushed to your GitHub. And if we revisit our GitHub in the browser and we refresh the page, there we see all of our files. Now we can head over to our Vercel. If you don't already have a Versa account, you can create one free of charge, and you have a very generous free tier. And if you don't already have your Git connected to your Vercel, if you click on the little icon here, you can add your Guitar account. If I click on Import, all of the essentials are completed by the Fluxedita package for me. I just need to enter my environmental variable details that we created. So let's head back to our VS Code. And I'm going to select the environmental variables that I create today, being careful not to create any unnecessary extra spaces. Control C to copy those back to my Vercel. And then in the environmental variables tab here, I can click in the example window here, Control V for Vict to paste. I can close this now and simply click deploy to make my application live on the internet. So let's give this a couple of minutes. I will stop talking so we can fast forward this once again. Okay, the build's just about finished now. Excellent, congratulations. You've just deployed new project. Now this can take a couple of moments to spin up, but ultimately, we just click on the continue to dashboard here, and excellent. And you can see here now the importance of an appropriate name. If you're keeping the free URL, let's supply it with Vercel that will be prefixed with the Vercel app. However, you can actually add a domain inside VS Code as well, should you wish to have your own unique URL. In the meantime, we will continue with the free domain we've been given by VS Code. Now I'm going to select the URL given to me by Vercel there. Copy that, Control C, and I'm going to go to a private incognito window and paste the URL into there. And this way I will have no conflicts with anything else that I may have logged in. Now, for example, if our website was populated, our users can navigate the website. They can go to your About page. They can go to your Store page. They can go to your Gallery page. If they try and access the exclusive page, they can if they're not a premium member. The behind the scenes page is another premium route. And obviously your contact page, all yet to be configured. So you can see all of the RLS policies are already in place, and public members can access certain parts of your website already, and other parts are totally excluded. Now, in order to start editing the website, we must log in as admin. So if we go down to the footer here, if we just click on the login here, and then we log in with the user we created in our Supabase, you will see now we are registered as logged in with our test user. We have our page edit tab, which will send the page into edit mode. And we have our page control sidebar here, which allows us to select from any of the default section components. Indeed, we can click on the page control tabs here. I will select all just to give us an idea. And then I can save my preferences. Excellent. And I can close that top part of the page controls, and you can see here now, I have all of the available sections. All I'm going to do here, enter a simple hero section for demonstration. And you will see now, there's a page at the bottom of the page, and then we click our page edit tab to enter page edit mode, and go down to the bottom here, we can see our hero settings here. And the little fold icon here, we can select media from multiple sources, our local directory, our Cloudinary directory, or we can place a URL. Very, very flexible. I will select a nice car image. I am going to say, because it's going to be a hero full viewport width, and I will leave everything else as default, and then click on the Save button here. And then I will exit page edit mode. we will see our new responsive hero section there, but it is at the bottom, and we want it to be at the top of the page. So I will enter page edit mode once again, go down to my hero section, and the little icons here, I can move it up to the top. As it's grayed out, we know we're at the top. I can click on save, and I can edit. Exit edit mode, and there we are, the top. Very quick and easy. Let's just do one or two more pages. We will go to our store page. We will enter edit mode. You will see we have a default here. I will do the same thing. I will enter a car image, click save changes, change the container width to full viewport width, save once again. And if we come out, there is our hero there, and we go to our gallery page. We can do exactly the same thing there. This time I will choose a cloudinary image, some food, why not? And I will also change this one to full view part width. You see we have more than one hero section as well, which is very nice. And there's our slider there. We didn't enter a title. We are in our gallery page. So in the title here, gallery, click Save Changes. We can also edit the style. Another beautiful feature of the Fox Editor package is very simple text style editor. Choose from a wide set of predefined styles. I'll choose the title there. My typography, I want the center. My color, I want to be white. And I will close that. Save my changes once again. And there I have my title. Obviously, I could adjust the style, size, etc. Excellent. And now if I go to my exclusive page, which was prohibited for our standard users, as I am the admin user and a premium user, I can access this page. I may as well put a quick hero banner there as well. And
which one did we select? And we will choose
full view part width once again. And we are in our exclusive page, so the title there can be exclusive. I will click save once again, come out of page edit mode, and I will go to our final page, which is also a premium route for non-members.
and we will just quickly.
We do the same thing again here. We'll stick to our local files, why not?
And this was our.
Behind the scenes.
And I will leave everything as default there.
And there we go. I didn't choose full view part width there. Let's just do that again.
Select.
Full view part width. And we can save. And then we can come back out of page edit mode there.
Save.
So now if we go back to our home page, we have our hero on the home page, our hero on the store page. We didn't do the about page, gallery page, exclusive page, behind the scenes page, and we could continue in the same fashion. Now we'll just have a quick run through of some of the features in the Fox Editor Premium package. Members have their own messaging portal where they can send and receive messages live. They can add images to their profile pages for other members to view. We also have our admin dashboard. Type admin and go to admin, again only accessible to premium admin members. And inside here, for example, we can view our current members, and we've only got ourselves at the moment. Inside here, we create and add new members. We can delete members. Also inside our admin dashboard, we have our content manager. Here we can manage all of our media and our site settings, etc. Now if we go back to our gallery page, let's create a quick media set for our gallery page so it's accessible by everybody. And we will call this new media set. And then from here we can select, we'll stick to the local browser for now. And we will create a media set from our cards. Nice, we'll select them all, haven't we? Excellent. And then down here, we can add tags. We can say whether it's premium content or not, but I want this in the gallery page as a public gallery, so I will not make it premium. Cars, and once I click create, then the Flux Editor package will go to work. You just give it a few moments. It will create a clickable placeholder in the gallery page. It will also create a supporting page. And each of the supporting pages feature media lightboxes where your users can scroll through images or videos, whatever's contained in that media set. Useful if we go back to the gallery though. Users can also like and we can comment. And we can post our comments. And other members, and flag inappropriate comments. We go back to our admin page, and there we will see our flagged comments. I like this gallery a great deal. We can moderate or we can delete the message. And if we go back to our gallery now, we will notice that comment has been removed. So now let's revisit our website with our new changes that we've just performed live in the browser. So we will close this incognito window. And if we view our live URL here, we will see all of the changes we've just made. Fully persisting, fully live. We are on the live URL now. If we go to our gallery, we can see there are no comments because we deleted the only one there was. We can see our one gallery we just created there. We click on that, and as a public user, we can view this gallery. However, if we try to download, we are refused because we are not a member. And if we go back to our gallery, we also cannot like galleries because we are not signed in. We also cannot leave comments. However, we can create a free account. Now this is all live, so let's create our first free account. So if we create our free account there, filling our name, our email address, and our password, and agree to the terms and privacy, you must use a genuine email address at this point or your account will not be created as you will not be able to verify. You must verify through your email, even through a basic account. So we will click create a basic account. Excellent. And now we'll go back to our email and check for our verification. And if we head back, we can go back to login. And now if I enter the details of the member I've just created the free account for, you will see now I am able to log in. I am a member. I have been given a member profile, which I've obviously yet to complete. If I go back to our gallery page, I can now like that. I can also leave comments. It illustrates my membership. However, if I still try to access our premium pages, I'm invited to upgrade my membership, as our basic members can still only access our gallery page, which is our public page. However, they do get a profile, they can use the messaging system, and they can message other users. For example, if I was to visit the members page, here we will see our only two members at the moment. Myself, I've just created John C, and our original test user. If I were to click on our test user's profile avatar, I would see all of their content here had the information been filled in, and I can send this member a message. And let's send that message. Excellent, message sent successfully. If we go back, and we will copy the URL once again, another advantage of an incognito window, I will go back to our incognito window and sign in once again as our test user admin. And when I log in there now, you will see immediately I've been told I have a message. If I click on this message here, you'll see there again I have the message notification, and I will see John C saying, "How are you?" Let me open that message up, and I will say, "I am," and I can reply. My avatar's been updated that I've read my unread messages. And if I go back, and I go back to my gallery here, I can see John's comment there, and I will leave comment also, and post that there. Now, if we go back to John's account, you will see here I have a notification saying I also have a message now. If I go to my messages, I can see from the unknown user, my reply, "I am great, thank you, how are you?" Which is excellent. So I go back to my gallery page here now. You can see our media set has 2 likes. We now have 2 comments inside our comments. And if a user wishes to view and edit their profile, they simply click on their avatar, go to their profile images, and each placeholder here will open up for them to select any media they wish, images or videos. Likewise with the banner and their profile avatar. And they can also add as much details as they like. Each member can also upload a profile video. And we will go back to our home page. And don't forget, Fluxedita package is reusable. You can create multiple client projects, and you can hand over a fully editable website. And with Fluxedita, your clients can make their simple changes themselves. They want a last-minute edit, let them go ahead. And that just about brings our installation video to an end. For a more detailed, in-depth look in how to edit our application, please view the How to Edit video. This was simply the installation video. I do hope you enjoyed this installation video, and I look forward to seeing you again.